We only got 4 on team 2, but hopefully they'll get an extra. Team 1 has got us as Wild Aim coming back in. Looking out at TBC. Well, kind of future TBC, but dude, look at that. Looking lovingly at what TBC is going to be. I think this man is happy. I would be surprised if he'll be excited for TBC. We got ourselves Chicago. We got ourselves iFox, Moonfella. Moonfella. Why am I giving a southern accent now? No, Dal. No, stop. Prevent this. Gonna be versus Boom. Oh, they got 5th. Awesome, awesome. Boom is gonna be, I think, leading this group, maybe? It looks like, no, KM is leading this group. Which one's KM? Gonna be an interrupt onto Boom. Moonfella not really looking all that good. Not a Demonology. Destruction Warlock trying to make those Chaos Bolts work. Chaos Bolts, by the way, getting buffed by 40% in PvP, 10% in PvE for Warlocks in 9-1. I think Destro is going to make a big return then. Massive return. Ooh, Kyrian setup for Moonfella. Has himself lined aside onto Boom. Is going to harp into him. Boom, leaping right back into the Kyrian Resonator era. That is going to be the CC from the Succubus. The pet is actually dead. That's going to be a Cataclysm off that. Chaos Bolt does go for the Turtle Shell. If only Boom was further out, if that Cataclysm, Turtle Shell, if Cataclysm and Chaos Bolt hit at the same time, then you wouldn't be able to Turtle Shell. But the only way to do that is to be a little further out to make sure there's some travel distance for it. Moonfella does escape out of there with a camo. It looks like we got ourselves a good old reset. On the team, we got ourselves no pays of Volpera. We also got ourselves, well, Boom out here in the open with Sleazy looking queasy, and Quiddles in here in the back. We got ourselves Kitty Emmy. We got a whole team of these boys stunned by Moonfella as he gets really up in melee with Boom. Kind of does drive by with them nades. And kind of puts him next to the wall. Could go for a big resonating shot. Maybe interrupting the Chaos Bolt. Walking up to maybe see if he can land an interrupt on that thing. Into a Mortal Coil. Puts him into a wall. Trinket off of that fear. It looks like Boom is just waiting out for Moonfella. Is Moonfella... Is he... Wait, is Boom... Wait, okay. I think I was going to say, is Moonfella Night Fae? But there's no way he is. He is a Resonator arrow. So then Boom is a Night Fae. Okay, that actually makes some more sense. Moonfella taking quite a few Chaos Bolts back to back. Feigned Death does remove those dots. Manny Bennett's trying to give him some health recovery. But the Succubus isn't going to let him do that. So Moonfella just kind of have to wait out until he's a better situation. He's kind of just standing still, actually. I was thinking maybe he's just waiting out for Boom. Try to go for a better revive. I like your Mog, by the way. You got that little turquoise brown thing going on. It looks awesome. It's going to be Succubus CC. Boom should be able to get himself a nice corner strat. Does get the dot on the pet. Actually goes flagging onto Moonfella. Resonant Shout Arrow is up. With Mortal Coil running Moonfella in the other direction. Chaos Bolt doesn't hit. It looks like did not get the line of sight necessary. Trying to trade some dots with Boom as he goes in for a port. And that's going to be Moonfella trying to see if he can reposition. I don't know if Boom was able to get... He got a Havoc on the pet. I don't know if he was able to get a Mortal Coil too. That's one advantage of Destruction is the fact that you get double Mortal Coil. It is nuts. Double the heal, double the CC. And for the duels, it's mostly the CC aspect that's really good for it. Moonfella waiting now, trying to get himself a second Sipic up. Could be attacking and actually trying to kill the Succubus if you wanted to. Keeping the dot rolling into Boom. Wait, isn't Moonfella the hunter with the Serpent Sting Lego? The Latent Poison Lego? Looks like Boom tried to go for a bit of a line of sight. Actually found himself that Chaos Bolt. So he dropped down Infernal into a stun. Mortal Coil into Moonfella. Has a good line of sight of him. Feigned Death for a second. Looks like he actually avoided that Chaos Bolt damage. It's still under a lot of pressure though. Dotted up. Stun into Boom. Not a lot of health really left unless he can get himself a bit of a heal. Does he have the Sipic up from the Kyrian? He does have the Kyrian friend out in the open. It looks like he does get himself some sort of a heal. Chaos Bolt still flying. Going on the pet instead. And I guess Boom decided, you know what? If I can't hit the hunter, I might as well take down the pet. So far, Moonfella has been playing this very, very cautiously, very carefully. Does have the resonant shot. Getting some dot damage onto Boom with those kill shots. Boom going for a complete reposition. Moonfella dropping down a Feigned Death into a camo, but Boom is really careful on the pet and making sure the pet is constantly attacking Moonfella. Trinketing that Succubus is here, trying to get himself a pet revive. Is going to be able to get one. Nothing Boom can do to stop it, but that is a trinket used by the hunter. Will not have it next time. Boom has himself a big setup. And as long as Boom can get some dots on the Moonfella, he'll be in a great spot. How did you get fire on him just now? I guess he already had fire for before. Rain of Fire is going to definitely keep it in combat, doing some damage to his health. Definitely don't want to stand in Rain of Fire. Feigned Death camo actually got himself a camo off. Oh, that stun on the pad does keep him in combat though. Got himself a little bit of health increase or health recovery from that. Boom, making sure to clip Moonfella or from around the corner with the Cataclysm. But Boom's health is also... How did Boom lose health? How did Boom lose health just now? What the hell? Kitty! He just came in and threw a judgment at Boom. Is Moonfella gonna die? Well, Moonfella died. Hopefully somebody tells Kitty, hey, can you come back? Wait until you... Why? It's always the paladins, dude. It's always the paladins. Why are there so many paladins? Kick that guy out of here. Why is it always the paladins that have ADHD or ADD that can never stand still? It's a duel, my friend. Oh my god, who invited that bozo? Mortal call into iFox's Boom, trying to see if he can give himself a bit of recovery. Chaos Bold, send himself up. Big damage on iFox, kill shots come through. Does land the succubus CC in the last second, trying to go for Soul Rod. He is not surviving this. You know what? He would have survived it if he never got hit with a judgment from that paladin. Who is that dude? Who is that guy? Get him out of here. Looks like maybe Chicago's next. Chicago made sure to take down the paladin before he was any more nuisance to the team. Looks like Widows and NECROLORD Monk. That's an interesting combo we never see. And NECROLORD Windwalker Monk. I like it. I like the bravado there. Got himself the root on to Quiddles. Gonna be feign death for a second. Trading out the flake shot, hoping that Quiddles walks through all the traps. Steel trap is there, waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Dust will report. I think he wants to make sure he doesn't walk through a steel trap. Freezing trap, dust in him. Not burning chicken for this one. iFox going for main advantage. Seriously, can a paladin main explain? Can a paladin main explain to me? Why is it always a paladin that ends up ignoring the rules of 5v5 1v1 Duels? Like, what? I just don't understand. Lexi by Quiddles into spin. Oh, massive damn. What was that burst? That kick? Oh my god. That was the hardest hitting kick in the world. What was that? That was nuts. It looks like Chicago's up next. Zoen is already going at it. Quiddles wants to give him an honor duel. So does Chicago. But Zoen was just not letting him do it. What is going on? Why is it always the paladins, dude? Atha, why is it always paladins? It's gonna be Chicago up next versus Quiddles, though. Got the Ghostles up and running. Got himself quite a bit of damage in there. Fury of the fist coming out from Quiddles. The Elemental Blast trying to make a play, doesn't get to. Is Quiddles gonna be able to go for that big one shot again? That was nuts, dude. That was nuts. Atho, that's way too good. Can you when this video goes up, can you drop that as a comment? Be the first one to drop down that as a comment in the I don't want to, it's his comment. I don't want to take it away. He made it funny. If this video goes up, can you drop it as a comment? There's gonna be a big fist onto Chicago, trying to see if he can deal with the damage. The healing is there though, but there's still a lot of pressure from Quiddles. Got them images up and running. I don't know if Bone does Brute does anything for you as a Windwalker Monk to help you do more damage. Maybe he does. Gonna be Flash Captor available for Chicago. Quiddles does not have an interrupt for it, so that's a pretty big defensive for him. Big parry for Chicago. Gets the Ghost Wolves up and running though. So those Wolves are going to do work. Try to go for another Elemental Blast to the Quiddles. He does go for a port. The Wolves are up. In Chicago, if he can catch up, you'll do even more damage with the Wolves. This is the perfect opportunity. Got him some Primordial Wave onto Quiddles. Needs to go for a big blast. That's going to be a nice defensive for Quiddles right now. Rotating defenses little by little with Dampen Magic. And maybe Karma coming out soon. That's going to be a Karma right now after that Sundering. Chicago tuck a tail and running as a Ghost Wolf. Trying to make sure he doesn't take the most amount of damage from the Karma, but also he has a defensive with it too. Waiting out for Quiddles. Even going for mana by the looks of it. Gonna be Ring of Peace, booping him in, and actually making him pick up the eye. Quiddles got himself full burst available, wall and trinket available for Chicago. Big parry on Chicago, looking pretty bad actually. Could be going down any moment. Big spinning crank kicks on Chicago, lots of pressure. Does he have the heals for this? Trying to see if he can survive. Looks like he's barely living. I think maybe the Adrenal Racial was used there. Oh, it looks like Quiddles does end up taking him out in the end. That was a rough one, man. Once he got the full Zoen, this man got some big bursts out of there. Big burst turned up. Trinket available for the Monk as Wargren tried to see if he could bail away from him. Playing that Flayed Shot, got himself the Massive Skull to move the movement speed, but Quittles with the big kicks though, dude. Massive kicks from this guy. Hardest hitting kicks in the West. Basilisk? Yo, that's an interesting honor talent. We don't ever see Basilisk anymore. Oh, he's still so slow. He's a Chonker's boy. He's a big Chonker's boy. Who is it? Yes, you are. And I think he's trying to walk him into the Basilisk. Is that thing even do damn? Does that thing even hit hard at all? Into a stun into Worgen. That's have a Trinket for it. And Quittles stone down the Bone Dust Brew. I gotta read what the Bone Dust Brew does again. As he does have himself popcorn while he's scooting over to Wargren. Lands a port, locks him out of Fist of Fury. Wargren narrowly escapes it with a turtle shell. I don't think you guys let anything left though. Quittles just needs one more tag and that's it. Does AoE him out? I think it's over. Didn't even touch the death him. Wild Imp is last one left. Oh, it comes down to this. Monk versus a Warlock. Wild Imp has to hold down the fort. There's still 3 people left on the other team. So it's going to be interesting. Quittles trying to run up to Wild Imp, but I think he wants to give him an honor duel. Yep. Wants to go for a bit of a pet bow, I guess. As close as he can get it from a pet. But he's still trying to reposition. Going to be Wild Imp landing that Curse of Exhaustion on him pretty early on. So the only way to deal with the Curse of Exhaustion is to use Tiger's Lust. Which I'm pretty sure he's using Tiger's Lust. Try to get a root onto Wild Imp immediately. Trading pets for Wild Imp right now. Mortal Call onto Quittles. And Quittles might have to have maybe a different approach. Get him back in there. Stun by the second pet. Tyrant coming out. There's going to be lots of damage. Quittles leg sweeping the pets. As well as the Tyrant, as well as Wild Imp. Trying to go for a Decimating Bolt. He's trying to avoid him as best as he can. If those Felguards can do some damage, then it'll be a pretty good spot. Look at them slashing and dashing, man. The Wirevifies are trying to keep him alive, but a 40% dampening, it's actually like his health is just going down. Also, there's an Imp in there too. There's an Imp who's trying his hardest, dude. He's like, I got him. I can get him too. I'm helping guys, even though he's still like 20 damage a pop. Literally 20 damage a fireball. Okay, maybe 30, maybe 40. Like, it's just insignificant. Big stun onto Quittles, has a Trinket for it. Mortal Call by Wild Imp. Trying to go for a fear onto Quittles. Does have the big Decimate, the big Necrolord fear. Does he go through the executes? Karma needs to get a Karma up and running to survive. This pet could actually do a ton of damage. Flesh Cut does give him that survivability. Should be able to vivify at least for a bit. That pet is going to have a hard time breaking through that shield pretty quickly. So Quittles should be able to get a bit of recovery. Wild Imp had those big executable Demon Bolts. If only he got one more off, while keeping range from Quittles, he would have been in a great spot too. Look like Quittles actually had a Battle Master Trinket too. So might have Battle Master Trinket that got himself a big Fleshcraft. This is going to be a fear on to the Monk as Wild Imp, setting up himself some Demon Bolts, some pets. Zuen joining the fight. Quittles might have a Karma, does go for a Karma. Reflecting while available for Wild Imp. Leg sweep, and Quittles is going to have the Bone Dust Brew rolling in. Big damage to the Wild Imp. Mortal Call does run him the other direction. Does Wild Imp have enough to finish him? Big Whirling Dragon Punch. Zuen is still in play, and Quittles does go for the big kick. Necrolord Monk actually dominates, boys. Yo! Move. Oh, he actually got 4 kills. Move over, Kyrian Monks. It's time for the Necrolords to pave the way to glory. Let's go, dude. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, it's a cool mug. I do agree with you, Chicago. I do agree with you. Let's go, dudes. Let's go, dudes.